Hi everyone, I'm John, the science guy, and welcome once again to my friendly lab. How's everyone doing? And now that you're getting ready for summer to start pretty soon, I bet you're probably gonna be consuming all kinds of delicious beverages, maybe Gatorade, juices, hopefully water. But did you know that the food we actually eat has electrolytes in the drinks, and that actually helps raise our energy? If you're interested in staying healthy and learning more about your body, give me a thumbs up. Thanks so much. And why not comment below? Did you know that orange juice or that Gatorade after your sports workout actually is helping put electrolytes back in your body? Pretty cool, right? All right, for this experiment, you're gonna need a few things. First thing you're gonna need is some wire. You're gonna need a straw. You're gonna need a basic digital meter. You need a 9-volt battery, you need some black tape, you're gonna need a bowl, you're gonna need another container to put something in, you're gonna need some water, you're gonna need orange juice or Gatorade, either one is fine. So we're gonna take our wire now, and we're going to basically strip the wire. Now the important thing when you strip the wire is you wanna go around it just enough, but not too much, because you don't wanna get into the actual middle wire. See how I did that perfectly? Came right out just like that. I'm gonna do it again. Now you wanna do it a little bit at a time, but don't go into the second wire. Pull it off just like that. Voila, all right? I've got my wire. All right, what am I gonna do with this wire? All right, first thing I'm gonna do, so this is the one way you'll pull this down, but I find this to be a mess, so I never do that. So I'm gonna take this wire here like this, put this over here for later. We're not done yet. Now, we're going to strip this wire. I probably need to get a little bit more on there. And you're probably saying, why do I need to get so much? Well, that's a great question. Because what we're actually going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to take this wire and we're going to wrap it around a straw. Here's my first conductor, just like so. Now, you're gonna notice here that you have several little strands, okay? You really just need 2 strands, that's all you need. I'm gonna take my straw, I'm gonna cut it right about there. We're gonna take it, we're gonna wrap it around the tube, just like so, just like that. Now here's the most important thing. When you do this, you want to make sure that you cut the tube long enough. Some people are skimpy with the tube and they do it like this. If the wires touch, ladies and gentlemen, well, you're not going to be too happy because you're going to blow the fuse on your voltmeter. And depending on whether it's a good voltmeter or not, it might be ready for the garbage, or you may just have to reset it, or you may have to buy yourself a new fuse. You can see my wires are pretty far from each other, aren't they? Yep. So now what we're going to do, so we're going to take our other piece of wire here, and I'm going to take this piece here, and I'm going to twist these 2 together, like so. Now, my recommendation for those of you that have been watching me do electronics a lot of times is I like to make a physical connection, and if I was doing this permanently, I would solder it. We're not going to do that for just this little experiment, but I still do want to put some tape on it just to make sure that it does not unravel or come off or get close to my other wire. Again, that could cause us some major problems. Take the other end like so, and you're going to make a little end there. I'm actually going to cut a little snippet off. And why am I doing that? Well, here's why. It's what I'm actually going to do. So you could take this, you could wrap it around your battery, which we're going to do in a minute. But I don't want to do that. I actually just want to tape it to my battery. So I'm going to keep my ends nice and short. You can see how it looks so far, right? We're building our own little probe, if you will. It's going to help us detect electrolytes. If you're under the age of, I don't know, 10, you may want to ask a parent to help you with the scissors. We don't want anybody to get injured. And you can have them do that for you. And then you can assemble the wire and wrap it and stuff like that. But sometimes cutting the wire, you have to be very careful. As when you cut it, and also when you pull it, I didn't pull it very tightly, or I could burn my hands and I could actually get that metal inside my fingers. That would not be very pleasant. Generally, when you do a lot of wiring, you work with fine wire, you wear gloves. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. There's our probe, okay? So the first thing we're gonna look at is our Gatorade. No, we're not gonna drink it. I'm gonna pour just a little bit of that in our bowl there. So then you have your AM probe, all right? You also have different ends. You have your positive and your negative end. You're gonna take your red, you're gonna put that into your volt side of your meter, all right? Gonna take the black and put it to the COM side of the meter. So we're gonna be measuring at a very low level today. We're gonna be measuring volts. So a battery is typically around, this one here is a 9 volt, right? So we're gonna set it in that range. Now, if I take my plus and my negative, so you can see here on the battery, there is a plus sign that actually marks, but they don't have one showing the negative sign. The plus sign is always the smaller one. The negative one, the one that looks with the funny edges on it, that's your negative. So the tiny round one is actually your plus. All right, I'm gonna turn that on. When I have 0 right now. And if I take the black and I touch the negative, you're gonna see that I'm coming in at right at 12.08, 12.09, 12.11. It kind of fluctuates a tiny bit. This is a 9 volt battery, but there is a little bit of fluctuation. It has to be within a certain range. So it definitely is a 9 volt battery. So that means we're good to go. We have set up our multimeter correctly. If you have not done that, that's important because the experiment will not work unless you can take the voltage of the battery. All right, so now we're gonna take our red end, just like so, right? Take the red end right here, and we're gonna take a little bit of tape. Now we're gonna take this negative piece, this negative terminal, and we're gonna connect the negative over here, just like so. We now need another wire, okay? Because we're on the negative side, I recommend that you keep the negative wire just so that it is part of the negative side. It doesn't really matter, but I just find that it's gonna make life easier if you understand which side's negative, which side's positive. Just makes things a little bit easier for everyone. I'm now gonna take another wire here and I'm gonna cut it. We're done with the wire. Tape here. And for whatever reason, if you feel you're not getting enough on the wire, I don't want you to wrap it, so I don't want to cause any more resistance on the wire. It'll kind of change our reading. So I want to just put the wire on the top just like so. And I just want to put that right on the metal point of this, just like that. So there we are. Now, this other piece is going to go to our battery. Okay. Now we're ready to begin. We've tested our battery. Make sure that you set your probe, your digital meter, to 200 milliamps, because this is really small. I'm gonna go ahead and dip this in the water. Remember, only dip this, do not dip the battery or anything else in the drink. And it comes up at 20.1. So that's the electrolyte level that's actually coming from this drink. All right. Now, let's put this aside just a second here. We're going to take the electrolyte. We're going to just dump that into our bucket. We'll throw out later. We're going to take some water. And I bet you didn't know this, but there are electrolytes in water. You would think that it's going to be 0, but I have a hunch it's not going to be 0. 3.0, 3.1. So water does have electrolytes in it, doesn't it? Kind of strange. But your Gatorade had 20.1. Your orange juice, if you were going to measure orange juice, would probably be a little higher. If I had to guess, close to 25, like 24.6, 24.6, 24.8. So you can try that. But why did we do this? Well, this was a lot of fun, wasn't it? In life, your energy that you have actually dictates what you become and what you can do and what you can't do. Even if you have all the desires, the aspirations, the visions, and the passion to do something, if you don't have the right energy in your body, it's not going to work. Just like we saw in Gatorade, okay, with that higher number. When you make the choice to eat healthy, drinking water is great. Having the drink here from Gatorade is very good. There aren't really electrolytes in soda, but there are in things like Gatorade and water. Now in your lives, you probably want to do amazing things, right? Have you ever noticed that you run out of energy, or the end of the day comes and you just want to crash, right? Or how about in the morning, if you haven't had a good breakfast, do you ever just want to run out of energy and just kind of stop or take a nap? That's an energy crisis. And some of the cereal companies have did a great marketing project on this, where they talk about the need for students to have a good, nutritious breakfast. Because if you don't have a good, nutritious breakfast, you're not going to be alert. And if your body doesn't have the energy to power, let's call it its different devices, its senses, right? Touch, our heart, our mind, our nervous system. Yes, certain things are gonna function, but when we have enough energy in our body, you're gonna be that much more efficient. And did you know that when you have more energy in your body, you're actually going to remember things better? When you put better gas in your car, aren't you more efficient? So the story's moral today is watch what you put in your body. Whether that's water, whether it's Gatorade, it's a lot better than drinking soda. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I am John the Science Guy. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Remember to comment, smash that bell notification icon, and click on the subscribe button because you know you want more videos about science that will improve the quality of your life. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, after you share it out to everyone you know, below every one of these videos, you're going to see the link, help keep our content free, and make the choice to buy my team and I a cup of coffee. We will be so grateful with those pennies and dollars, and we'll invest them into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new staff, and even new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping, motivationally charged, yeah, no pun intended, information to get you off your butt, into action, and taking inspired passion to live your life of purpose to achieve your destiny. I'll see you in another video real soon, and thanks for stopping by my lab.